If you're thinking about changing schools, why wait? At Manhattan University, love those guys. You don't have to start over. With transfer-friendly pathways, your credits count, and you keep moving forward. From day one, you're part of Jasper Nation, preparing for the real world. And with New York City just a train away, opportunity is everywhere. Ready to move forward without missing a step? Visit manhattan.edu/transfer and enroll today. Manhattan University. Don't start over. Move forward.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
So the big story today remains Nancy Guthrie. I think every decent person, heartbreaking for Savannah and her other siblings. And I got to tell you, nobody loves President Trump more than me, right, guys? Nobody. But I am not going to go the route. Two people in particular that are on this show all the time. I love these two people. I love them. Laura Loomer and Misfit Patriot all over Twitter yesterday saying, hey, Savannah Guthrie said really bad things about President Trump, and Nancy Guthrie said really bad things about President Trump, but that didn't stop Trump from being so nice. And that's all true. But I am not going to make this political yet. I'm not going to do that. I don't care what Savannah said about Trump. This is not about President Donald Trump, Laura, Misfit, everybody else. That's where the right, my people, tend to get ourselves in trouble. Till we find this lady, dead or alive, and it looks more and more like she's probably dead, but till we find her and the Guthries have a chance to mourn, seems to be a lovely lady, whether she likes Trump or not, take it easy with the Trump stuff. Come on. Again, nobody loves him more than me. Nobody defends him more than me. I will fight anybody to the death, my own family, supporting Trump, but this is not the time. So I would stay away from that. So I can't imagine what Savannah Guthrie is going through today with her mom missing, because my mom's not. In fact, she's on the phone right now. The great Naomi Rosenberg. Mom, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Sidney Ferris. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, the story is terrible. You're older than Nancy. She's 84. You're 91. But seemingly you're in much better shape.
I'm not yet.
Well, you're almost 91.
We got a couple months.
Right, that's true. And for folks that don't know, my mother and me, we share the same birthday. I was born on my mom's birthday, April the 19th. That was
my big present. That was my big gift.
That's right. So Mom will be 91. I'll be 59. But
yeah,
it's a terrible story. She's in her bed. She's 84 years old. She's got all these medical difficulties, Mom, and to drag this lady out of her bed to the point where there was blood in the house and outside the door. I mean, what a horrible story, huh?
Terrible, terrible, terrible story. And I just think that it's not somebody she knew or she didn't know. Somebody had some inclination of what this woman's worth was. And I think to this minute, it's all about money.
So do I.
Somebody who really wanted to get this ransom, they knew what kind of wealth this woman has, and this is where they were going, and this is where they went. And I don't, again, knowing her illness and knowing what's the matter with her, I tend to believe that she's no more. I hate to say it because it's a mother of these three children.
Not just a mother, Mom, but you could appreciate this. You've got, the numbers. You could even tell them to the audience. She was a grandmother. I don't think she was even a great-grandmother like you and Daddy are multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, how many grandchildren do you have right now, Mom?
Well, I have, they're all married with spouses. But I have 14 great-grandchildren, Sidney Ferris.
14 great-grandchildren.
14 great-grandchildren.
I mean, all I kept thinking about was this poor lady, Nancy, what she must have been thinking when they're dragging her outside the house or doing what they're doing to her.
Oh, my God.
She's got to be thinking about the kids, the grandkids, the great-grandkids.
Well, she did on her speech when they were appealed on television last night. When she and her sister and her brother were on TV appealing to whomever they believe took this woman, saying that her children, her grandchildren. They loved her hugs. They loved their mother. They loved their grandmother. It's inconceivable to me that these people have to live through this horror, this terrible, not knowing if the woman really is dead or alive. And I believe because of her illness and being knowledgeable in that field, I doubt that this woman will survive this because, first of all, she doesn't have her medication.
Terrible.
And just the shock to her heart, her system alone is... It's inconceivable, but you never know. Again, we go back to miracles happen, we never know. But first we have to find her, and I don't know that it's already 5 days, Sydney Ferris. When are they going to find her?
I don't know.
No. It's to me, it's a horror.
I mean, this is no time for joking just yet, but I will tell you that one of your children said if they took mommy, they would give her back, and actually they would pay to give you back.
That's right. They would know who they were dealing with. Oh, my goodness.
There'd be blood at the door. It'd be their blood, not yours, right, Mom?
No, you got that right. I'd be fighting to the bitter end, and I would get the better of them, whomever they are.
Know what I'm saying?
I mean, and I don't know. I guess there was more than one. We don't know that either, whether there was one or two people involved in her kidnapping. But I guess... we will have to wait to learn. And I think that the police and all these people involved in this case know more than they're really saying. Right. I really believe that.
I don't believe that's too. I think they know more. They just don't want to. Noam said...
They don't want to tip their hand.
My news guy, Noam, said yesterday that the only person that your mother would not fight, scream, and punch if she was dragged out of her bed would be President Trump. Is that true, Mom?
But he wouldn't do that, so I wouldn't have to.
But let's say he did. Let's say in this crazy hypothetical, President Trump showed up at like 3:00 in the morning.
No, he would never do that.
What would you do, though?
I couldn't be hypothetical about that.
What would you do? You would go with him?
Yeah. You can't really. You can't even bring him into this. This is a delicious human being.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Our President Trump, Sydney Ferris, he don't have a bad bone in his body. They could all say what they want, these a-holes, but we know what he is. We know what he is.
No, it's funny because I just said moments ago that I'm not going to do that stuff like Laura and Misfit and talk about how the Guthries were nasty to Trump. They were. Savannah called them the crazy uncle and all that nonsense. But Trump doesn't care. He is legitimately heartbroken. He's trying to help. He's sending federal agents. He's sending money. He called Savannah Guthrie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he's a decent human being, Sydney Ferris. You don't get better than our President Trump. You know that. Nobody has to convince us about that. We have to convince these idiots that they don't know what they're talking about when they say things about him that are not true. But they don't care, they just go on and on and on because it fills their heart. It fills their heart when they can say bad things about President Trump.
Terrible.
It fills their heart.
But it doesn't matter, Mom, because it's done. It's
They're
over.
Heartless animals.
Right, and he's also done. He's not going to. You can't run again. So my question to you is, as an avid Fox News watcher, and by the way, Mom, I'm going to be on. Live again Sunday night, Brian Kilmeade show, 10:00, Super Bowl Sunday, this Sunday, live on Fox News. Yeah, you get to see me again.
What are you doing for the Super Bowl, though?
I'm going to be on TV with Brian Kilmeade.
No, but
on Fox News.
Yeah, but when are you going to be home? I mean,
I will be home for the first half of the game, home with Gabriel and Max. Then I got to make my way into the city to be live on Kilmeade's Fox News show, which I'm sure you'll watch, because I think given the choice of watching Bad Bunny or your son Sidney on Fox News, I mean...
I'm not watching this halftime show. Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding me? Please don't insult my intelligence. I wouldn't watch that show. No. They couldn't pay me to watch this jerk on TV. Are you kidding me? Give me a break, please.
Well, who would you want to see, Mom? I mean, Frank Sinatra's dead, so who would?
No, there's other people in this world today. I guess I can't tell you offhand. Nor do I want to, be like favorite to one and not the other.
Well, you used to love my mom. You used to love to dance to "We Are Family" by Sister Sledge. Remember that?
Yeah, I still love that. I
Yeah.
I love that. But there were so many other people. There are talented people out there, but they picked this show. Oh my God, give me a break.
It's a disgrace, right? Disgrace. So,
horror.
so I was going to say, you watch Fox News every day. You're addicted to the channel. That's all you watch, which is
Every
great.
day. That's all.
Yeah, no, I tell all my friends that. I tell Sean Hannity and all my friends. They love that.
Yeah.
So what do you think, as you look forward to 28? Because it looked like President Trump was just going to give the car keys right to J.D. Vance, but things have changed. And I know you listen every day. You probably heard Senator Ted Cruz on this show yesterday. I asked him if he would run. He didn't say no. Most of my friends and family want Marco Rubio to run. So what do you think about 2000?
I was going to mention just now, Marco Rubio. I think that he's going to run. I really do. And he would get my vote. I have to tell you that. I really like this guy. I like what he says. And I don't think he's two-faced. I really don't. I think he's legit. So I think he would get my vote unless they bring something up about somebody else. I have to reserve my opinion at this point, because it's too soon, really. But he's one of my favorites. Rubio is one of my favorites. And we'll see what happens. But it's scary. I got to tell you that. It is scary. Listen, we got to get through this year first. We got to get through the midterms first and see what happens with this.
Yeah, disaster.
Now.
That could be a disaster. Yeah.
This could be like bad news.
Very bad.
You know what?
Yeah.
Again, we're gonna be very positive. We gotta be. Otherwise we're dead in the water. We gotta be very positive.
Listen to this podcast now
On the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.